Good afternoon, everyone. Would you please take your seats as the ceremony of the School of Engineering and Applied Science is about to begin. Please make way for the doctoral candidates from the School of Engineering and Applied Science of the George Washington University. Will you all please rise and join me in welcoming the faculty of the School of Engineering and Applied Science, led by Dean John Locke. Thank you. Please be seated. I'm Professor Rumana Rifat, and I'm the Associate Dean for Graduate Studies. And on behalf of my colleagues here and across seas, I'm delighted to welcome you all to the George Washington University School of Engineering and Applied Science doctoral hooding ceremony during this 202nd year of the university and the 139th year of our engineering school. On Sunday morning, University President Mark Wrighton will invoke the authority granted to the university by the Congress of the United States to confer your doctoral degrees. But this afternoon, we gather to recognize each graduate individually and to present you with your doctoral hood. Doctoral candidates, I'm delighted to be with you on this very special occasion in your academic lives. You now hold the highest degree conferred by the George Washington University, and I trust that the passion for learning, creation of knowledge, and the dedication to service that have earned you this distinction will continue to motivate you as you advance into your chosen profession. The designation doctor in the Doctor of Philosophy and the Doctor of Engineering degrees signifies that the holder has made an original contribution to knowledge or practice and is ready to contribute more. Most importantly, the holder is also ready to teach others how to make their own contributions, teaching that can be done in academia, in industry or government, or even in your own community. Now a word about the academic regalia we are wearing today. The special hood that's worn by the doctor as part of the academic regalia traces its origin back to the beginning of the Western University some 900 years ago. At that time, students and faculty were nearly all clerics, and what we now call academic regalia was then just the usual garb of clerics. This included a hood to pull over one's head to keep out the rain and the cold. It soon became customary for university faculty to wear over their clerical robe a cape-like garment called a cope. Medieval university statutes forbade excess in apparel and required that the basic gown be sad-colored. But the faculty disagreed, no surprise there. So the faculty disagreed with that requirement and made their copes vivid with their university colors, plus an additional color to represent the wearer's degree. By the 14th century, the hood had reached the elongated form that we see today and presumably no longer served a practical function. Doctoral degrees became the most prominent to be awarded by any university. And as doctoral programs demanded the longest and most arduous courses of study and research, hoods grew in size and splendor to set them apart from so-called lesser degrees. The hoods of their doctoral graduates have become to universities what flags are to nations. So the lining of the doctoral hood shows the official color or colors of the university conferring the degree. The trim along the edge of the hood indicates the degree earned. Today you'll see dark blue, like this, for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and orange for the Doctor of Engineering. So congratulations to you all. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dean John Love.
So good afternoon, everyone. Let me offer a very warm welcome to parents, spouses, friends, family members, faculty, staff, and of course, the graduates who have joined us for this wonderful occasion, our School of Engineering and Applied Science Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. Members of the doctoral class of 2023, I am honored to welcome you to the community of scholars. According to the U.S. Census, you are among the less than 2% of the U.S. population to hold this degree. So your accomplishment, which we honor today, is truly an impressive achievement. Each one of you here this afternoon has spent countless hours and dedicated enormous intellectual energy to arrive at this milestone. During these past years, you delved ever more deeply into your discipline, selected and refined your doctoral research, mentored students, collaborated with colleagues within and across disciplines, probably on multiple occasions failed spectacularly, as I like to say, and finally, successfully completed your dissertation or praxis. Along the way, this academic journey took you from student to colleague. Today, with the donning of your doctoral hood, you complete this transition. Whatever your next steps, you all share a common achievement and responsibility. Today, I charge you to first keep alive the enthusiasm for learning and knowledge that motivated you to pursue doctoral studies and kept you going through the many long nights that brought you to this moment. I also urge all of you to broaden your scholarly horizons. To earn this degree, you had to focus intently and often narrowly. I charge you now to bring your intellect and curiosity to bear on the larger world of knowledge and bring your creativity and problem solving to bear on society's grand challenges. The doctoral degree carries with it the responsibility to challenge yourself through continued study and learning. By exploring new areas, you will rekindle again and again the flame of curiosity inside each of you. That flame can be used to spark curiosity in others too, as you teach and mentor colleagues and future generations of engineers and computer scientists. I also charge you to adhere to the highest standards in your professional lives. As you have learned in your doctoral program, integrity and ethics are of utmost importance. Your professional lives will bring you to many decision points, and you must adhere to a code of ethics in all that you do. Very likely, those of you here today will hold positions of considerable responsibility, and I know many of you already do. It will be up to you to set the bar for making principled choices and to support others in doing the same. My next charge is particular to our university, which has a strong commitment to public service. As adults, our lives grow ever busier and more complex. It takes extra effort to find the time to engage in public service. But I urge you to remember the larger community beyond home and work that can benefit from your special abilities and to volunteer your time and expertise whenever possible. At GW, we take great pride in educating engaged citizens and leaders, and a doctoral degree truly prepares you for these roles, and with that degree comes a responsibility to serve. Finally, I encourage you to sustain your connection to the GW community and to your fellow students and faculty mentors. Life is multifaceted, but it is all the richer when we carry with us the people and experiences that have been meaningful in our past. In this way, you may build a life that is an integrated whole rather than a series of unconnected episodes. GW will always be with you, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Congratulations and best wishes.
Let us now proceed to the hooding of the 2023 doctoral candidates of the George Washington University School of Engineering and Applied Science. Graduates and guests, please be courteous and remain until the end of the ceremony. And as we begin, please take a moment to silence your cell phones and other mobile devices. I will proceed to read the degree being awarded, the field of study, the name of each doctoral candidate, and the name of the faculty member who will participate in hooding the candidate. As I read this information, the candidate and the faculty member will meet to my left, where the candidate will be hooded by Dean Locke and the faculty member. We'll begin with the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Richard Scott Downen, hooded by Professor Zainuli. Anna Gams, hooded by Professor Murray Lowe. Julie Leanne Hahn, hooded by Professor Emilia Encheva. Wei Zhen Li, hooded by Professor Emilia Encheva. Mahmoudul Hassan, hooded by yours truly, Rumana Rifat. Farisa Haidari, hooded by Professor Leila Farhadi. Ruan Lee, hooded by Professor Ahmed Luri. David Gordon Balish, hooded by Professor Adam Aviv. Pedram Husseini, hooded by Professor David Broniatowski. Kazim Kazanfari, hooded by Professor Abdu Yusuf. Jonathan George, hooded by Professor Volker Serger. Xiao Xuan Ma, hooded by Professor Volker Serger. Irina Payusova, hooded by Professor Jonathan Deason. Ram Bhandaru, hooded by Professor Santiago Solares. Kier P. Daniels, hooded by Professor Santiago Solares. Kanishka Gumagidara, hooded by Professor Tae-Young Lee. Birkin Ulutku, hooded by Professor Santiago Solares. Lewis N. Boss, hooded by Professor Erika Gralla. Anthony Ian Hennig, hooded by Professor Zoe Shane-Farber. Donald Coben, hooded by Professor David Broniatowski. Megan Peters, hooded by Professor Erika Gralla. Ji Ye Wu, hooded by Professors Shahram Sarkani and Tom Mizuki. Shabnam Tafreshi, hooded by Professor Abdu Yusuf. Philip Sisson, receiving the Doctor of Science degree, hooded by Professor Tom Mizuki. Now we'll start with the Doctor of Engineering candidates. Hassan Ahmedian, hooded by Professor Shahram Sarkani. Hamza Faisal Al-Sarhan, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Chief Prasad Bhuvanendran, hooded by Professor J.P. Blackford. Jonathan Beers, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Denise Duran, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Hamid Farahanshi, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Janae Amber Wright, Fraser Duncan, hooded by Professor J.P. Blackford. Geraldine Gooding, hooded by Professor Sarkani. George Costanti Guzia, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Kenneth Fitzgerald Harris II, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Walid Najib Hassan, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Kyle Anthony Hawkins, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Rachel Michelle Hill, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Paul Raymond Anthony Howard Jr., hooded by Professor Sarkani. Jeffrey Kavulia, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Jacqueline Andrews Lee, hooded by Professor Sarkani. James A. McSinney, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Noel Merdasa, hooded by Professor Sarkani. Aladdin Mukri, hooded by Professor J.P. Blackford. John Mueller, hooded by Professor Tom Mazuki. James Newsome, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Foshive Jikam, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Albert Pascarella, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Charles Andrew Ray, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Wendy Robello, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Linda Marie Rodriguez, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Arthur Raphael Salindong, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Jagdeep Singh, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Elizabeth Mary Singleton, hooded by Professor Mazuki. David Snavely, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Matthew Stewart, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Robert Raymond Swain Jr., hooded by Professor Mazuki. Nesreen Negi Taha, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Alisa Zimmerman, hooded by Professor Mazuki. Will all the graduates please rise so that we may honor you with our applause? would like to thank all of you who have joined us this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of our new colleagues. And I invite you all to join us for the C's graduation reception for graduate students in the Science and Engineering Hall in the basement level. So, we can all go there. But please, I think we'll have the faculty process out first, and then the candidates and their families. Thank you.